Well, hello, Al, Ann. I hope you guys are feeling better. We was hearing that you're kind of going through a little rougher patch for us health-wise, and we don't get a chance to see you out and about as much, and we're probably not out as about much, so we're hoping you're feeling better, and as your brother Pete would say, that you're healing up and hairing over. You guys got to be careful what you say around me. I'm about like a 6-year-old, you know. I'll just say it in public and probably embarrass myself or you guys. But anyway, we used to see each other and exchange some verses of Robert Service poetry. And I was walking this morning here on this January frosty morning up behind Beck Lake on some of those trails that your son-in-law John got put in. It's kind of a nice place to walk. I haven't got up there on a bicycle. I might fall over if I'm on a bicycle. About fall over when I'm walking, but anyway, when I'm walking, a lot of times I will recite some different poems, and this morning I happened to kind of think of you two and started reciting a Robert Service poem that we're both familiar with. Because we both know that there are strange things done in the midnight sun by men who moil for gold. And the Arctic trails got their secret tales, make your blood run cold. And the Northern Lights have seen queer sights. But the queerest they ever did see was the night on the marge of Lake LaBarge, when I cremated Sam McGee. And we both are familiar with Sam McGee, and we know that Sam McGee is from Tennessee, where the cotton blossoms and blows, where he left his home in the South to roam around the pole. God only knows. Well, it was always cold in the land of gold. It seemed to hold him like a spell. And he'd often say, in his homely way, I'd sooner live in hell. Sam. It was a Christmas day, and we were mushing our way across the Dawson Trail. You talk of the cold through the parka's fold, it stabbed like a driven nail. And if our eyes we closed, our lashes froze till you could hardly see. Well, it wasn't much fun. And the only one to whimper was old Sam McGee. It was that very same night, as we lay packed tight in our robes beneath snow. Them robes we're talking about are buffalo robes. Because, last gold rush wasn't that much long after big buffalo hunts out here in the West. And there was a lot of buffalo robes around back then. And they packed a lot of them up there to Alaska because that's about as warmest thing you're going to get. Pretty heavy, but they were warm. So them buffalo robes could have come from right here in the Bighorn Basin, that old Sam and Cap had. Yeah, it was that very same night that we lay packed tight in our robes beneath snow. And dogs were fed and stars overhead were dancing heel toe. Well, he turns to me and, Cap, says he, I'll cash you in this trip, I guess. And if I do, I'd ask that you not refuse my last request. He sounded so low, I couldn't say no. God, then he said with a sort of moan, it's the cussed cold. It's got right hold till I'm chilled clean through the bone. Chip, 'tain't been dead. That's my awful dread. It's that icy grave of the pains. Won't you swear, foul or fair, that you'll Cremate my last remains. When your partner's last need is something to heed, and I swore I wouldn't hail, I just figured streak of dawn would be mushing on down that frozen trail. It's kind of embarrassing. I kind of lost the trail of this poem. But I am pretty used to embarrassing myself, so that's no problem. Anyway, the gist of the story goes, the next morning, old Sam woke up. Old Sam woke up plumb froze to death. And old Cap, from where he's bedded down, he throws back his buffalo robe, looks over there where where Sam was bedded down, and there's this frozen hand sticking up out of snow. Well, old Cap hustles on over there and brushes back snow and pulls back that buffalo robe, and there's old Sam froze stiff on the board. About this time, Cap is kind of lamenting that promise he's made. Because as you and I both know, a promise made is a debt unpaid. And old Cap, he'd been a sea captain. That's why they call him Cap. He's a man of integrity. And as you taught me, if you have integrity, nothing else matters. If you don't have integrity, nothing else matters. And I take that to heart here as I'm getting a little on more in years, because I don't have much else, so I better hang on to my integrity. Well, anyway, Cap looks down there at Sam, and old Sam's froze stiffer than board. And there wasn't much around there in the frozen tundra to catch on fire, so he's going to have to get old Sam someplace to cremate him. And he's kind of trying to figure out how he's going to get him on the sleigh there, all stiff. And he was hoping he wasn't going to have to get his axe and order him up. But he got him bent up, got him lashed on the sleigh, and they went mushing on their way. And on they went till the dogs were spent, and the grub was getting low. And they come over this rise, and laying out there in front of them was frozen Lake LaBarge. And Cap sees something down there on the marsh. So they mush on down to the shoreline, and there's this old steamboat wreck. And there's this big boiler sitting there. And there's planking sticking up from the hull, and on the ground, there's a fair amount of coal scattered around. Well, Cap looked on there at Sam and said, well, partner, I think this is where we're going to have to settle up. I think it's about as good a crematorium as we're going to find. So, Cap pulls up some planking, gathers some coal, and gets a fire going in that boiler. Keeps stoking it. Oh, and the flames, they soared as the fire roared. Well, he gets a good bed of coals in there. Kind of makes a little impression. Looks over at Sam and says, well, I suppose we might as well do the deed. He stuffs old Sam in there. Puts a little more planking and coal. Shuts the door. Well, old Cap, about this time, he's feeling a little squeamish about this whole situation. And I'm kind of starting to pick up the trail of this poem again, because I remember Cap saying, so I made a hike because I didn't like to hear him sizzle so. And the heavens scowled, and the huskies howled, and the wind began to blow. It was icy cold, but the hot sweat rolled down my cheeks, and I don't know why. And the greasy smoke in an inky cloak went streaking across the sky. I do not know how long in the snow I wrestled with the grisly fear. And the stars came out and they were dancing about. Here again, I ventured near. I was sick with dread. But I bravely said, I'll just take a peek inside. I suppose he's cooked. And this time I looked, so the door I opened wide. There sat Sam, cool and calm, in the heart of the furnace roar. He wore a smile you could see for a minute and said, dang, Cap, shut that door. It's fine in here, but I gravely fear you'll let in the cold and storm. Since I left Plum Tree down in Tennessee, this first time I've been warm. Yeah, there's strange things done in the midnight sun by men who moil for gold. The Arctic trails got their secret tales, make your blood run cold. And the northern lights have seen queer sights, but the queerest they ever did see was the night on the marge of Lake Labarge when I cremated Sam McGee. Well, there you go. Well, I wish we could get together here and you could recite Bessie's Boil or one of them other ones you liked, Robert Stern's. But in the meantime, Mary and I are hoping you and Ann have a speedy recovery and feeling better, and hopefully see you out and about. Take care.